because I know, I get it. You know, a lot of couples, like, they meet and they're both sedentary, and then one decides to change. Now the other one is like, every time you venting about something, and they're like, well, I got a cheeseburger for you. That's not your friend. Hey guys, it's me, Robin Joy, here back with another video. So as you can see from the title, this video is all about how to start your weight loss journey, your health journey, your fitness journey, your wellness journey, whatever you want to call it. These are essentially the steps that I took kind of almost even unknowingly about 15 years ago when I first lost 40 pounds. I actually started my fitness journey in 2028, like summer of 2028. It was the end of my freshman year in college, and of course I had gained my freshman 15, but I was already overweight before I even started college. And that summer, I know I dropped at least 2 dress sizes. By the end of the year, I had lost like 40 pounds, and I know it had to be over 40 pounds because I didn't even get on the scale until after my first 2 weeks of working out. So I'm just going off of what that weight was versus what the weight was once winter came. So if you guys want to know how to start your fitness journey, which by the way, you need to start today. By the time this video goes up, it will be December, and usually that's around the time where people are like celebrating the holidays. And even though they want to start a health and fitness journey, they're not starting it until they're like, oh, I'm not even gonna think about that until January 1st, January 2nd, January 3rd. But you're already too late. You're already too late. And I don't really care what time of the year is when you watch this. It's better to get ahead of the game, especially before like the first of the year crowd anyway. Like, start now. Do this now. Like, don't wait another minute. These are easy, simple steps so you can start today. So the first thing that you need to do is know your why. You should know your why before you even set your goals. Before you even set a goal, you need to know why you're starting this journey. And that goes for any journey. You can't set a SMART goal until you know like why you even want to start your journey. For me, I wanted to start my health and fitness journey because I was just tired. I was tired of being the overweight one, the big one, the thick one, the bigger friend, whatever you call it in your neighborhood, your neck of the woods. Like, I was tired of being that girl. I wanted to be slimmer. I wanted to fit in my clothing. And by the time I gained my freshman 15, you guys, I was like huffing and puffing just to walk across the yard where I went to college. So I wasn't like huffing and puffing that bad, but I was noticing that it just took a little extra effort to do day-to-day things for me. So it was actually starting to affect my health. I went to the doctor like maybe the week after I got out of school, and I was even pre-hypertensive. So that was like a wake-up call for me as well. I was like a pre-nursing major at the time, knew I wanted to be a registered nurse, and it was like, well, what kind of nurse would I be to not even be taking care of myself and trying to train to take care of other people? So I really just wanted to be a healthier version of me. But I won't lie, I was like 19 at the time, so I wanted to be snatched, I wanted to be thin, I wanted to be slim, I wanted to look good, you know. So health was probably number 2 in my mind, but you know, I was young and crazy and ugh. Right now, health is like my number 1 priority, period, in continuing my health and fitness journey. A good way to assess your why would be to just close your eyes, or be able to just be in a nice, quiet, still space and just envision yourself like exactly where you want to be. Do you want to be smaller? Do you want to be thinner? Did the doctor just tell you you were hypertensive or had high cholesterol? I know I've been hearing a lot of women, particularly in my age group, talking about PCOS, which I guess being younger, I guess you just didn't hear about it, but now more than ever I'm hearing more people talking about that. So like, weight even affects your hormones. And then some people, everybody doesn't want to lose weight. Some people actually want to gain weight. They're underweight, they're malnourished, they're not eating properly, and there's just other different reasons why people start a health and fitness journey. But you have to know exactly what that looks like for you. What do you want your life to look like once you have reached your destination? Like, what is the destination? You're on this journey, what's the destination? So after you know your why and what your destination is, you can then set your SMART goal. For me, at that time, 15 years ago, my SMART goal was just to lose weight. I didn't have a particular number in mind. I didn't actually know like what size I wanted to be. I didn't know what weight or goal I wanted to be. I just knew what the BMI scale said a healthy weight was, and I also knew that I just still wanted to still have that nice curvy physique that I had already with the weight. So I didn't want to lose too much weight to where I was just super thin either. So I honestly just wanted to lose weight until I just got to like a weight that felt good for me. And that was health wise as well as like physique wise. Looking back, that did end up being the best result for me, that I didn't have a particular number in mind. I was just going off of more so like my health or whatnot. But you definitely need to have a SMART goal, and it needs to be specific. You need to know, if not necessarily exactly what size you want to be, if it's just like a weight goal, you need to know like maybe what dress size you want. Maybe you've gained weight over the few years. Like I said earlier, I didn't know weight because I was always the heavier kid. Like I remembered being smaller for like a short little span in my high school career, but I honestly couldn't remember what size that was, what that looked like. You might have gained weight since like a baby or college or whatever weight gain you might have. So you might know a dress size that felt good, that you felt confident in. You might know what that looks like for you. So try to be as specific as possible, as measurable as possible. Make sure it's something that you can achieve. Like if you're 300 pounds right now, don't go saying, oh, I'm gonna be 100 pounds by the end of this year and we in December. That's not achievable. That's not even realistic, which is the R, realistic. Be realistic, and make sure that the goals that you're trying to obtain actually make sense for you and timely. Set a time limit. I didn't have a time limit too. Like my goal wasn't SMART. It probably would have been better if my goal was SMART. So that's why I'm advising you to just make sure your goal is SMART. Okay, now that we have our SMART goal, we want to lose weight, we want to gain weight, we want to bring our blood pressure down, we want to reduce stress. So if we're talking more so like just weight-based journey, losing or gaining weight is basically what you eat and what you do. Simple as that. It's just the facts. You have to definitely, as you're creating your plan though, which leads me to my disclaimer for this video, definitely seek advice from your physician, like your primary provider. They'll be able to help you based on the assessment that they make of you. Because let's be honest, my health and your health and his health and her health that you see wherever else you get your information from, we're all different. So the diet plan that I did might not work for you based off of certain health restrictions that you either need to enforce or you already have based on pre-existing health conditions. Even if you're otherwise healthy, your doctor might have some resources for you that might work better for you. So please, like, don't just take my total word for it. Definitely still go to the doctor, okay? See what they gotta say. Then do your own research. We have so much knowledge at our fingertips, you guys, on the World Wide Web. You have WebMD, you have the TDEE calculators to help like with your macros or calorie counts if that's what you desire. Plant-based, vegan, keto, just whatever diet style you need. Like all that research is out there for you. It's like easier than ever. I know when I first started my journey, I had magazines. I had like people around me that had lost weight before. I also had like people in my community that were like fitness trainers and whatnot that could kind of tell me little tidbits here and there as my journey progressed from the initial start. But when I initially started my journey, Y'all know what I did? I just ate less, and I didn't even know. I was not calculating how many calories I was eating. I just made sure I ate breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 small meals. Well, not small, but like feasible meals. Like for breakfast in the morning, I might have like eggs and bacon or oatmeal. For lunch, might eat a turkey burger and some chips. For dinner, might have some salmon or some chicken with like broccoli. That's it. Very basic, very, you know, very straight to the point. I wasn't counting macros. I honestly like ate until I got 80% full, I guess you could say. And that's what's called, now we call it mindful eating. But I was just using that. For a long time, I just did that. And as far as exercise, that summer, what I did was I would go to the track with my mom, and at first I would just walk 2 or 3 miles, just 2 or 3 miles. And then what I started doing, like once that was like comfortable, I got good with that, I would just walk to one light pole, run to the next, walk to the light pole, run to the next. I just did that. Then like after a few days, I would run 2 light poles, then 3, then maybe like half of that lap, which that track was like a half a mile around. It was a pretty long track. By the end of the summer, I could run a solid 3 miles. By the end of the year, I could do 5 miles nonstop. So that was like essentially my framework. When I went back to college, I was a part of a marching band at a HBCU. So practices, of course, we would be doing laps and marching, etc. So that would kind of be like my exercise. And I also had like little workout DVDs, which those were like really popular back then. I had like the Denise Austin. I had what was her name? Tab. I can't think of her name right now, but I had like her tapes. I had like a few Shaun T. I had like a few different tapes or DVDs. There was DVDs at the time that I would just kind of alternate, like if I wanted a really good workout, you know. And I just made sure I stayed mindful of what I was eating. I don't even want to tell y'all how much food I was eating my freshman year. It was that bad. And I wasn't eating it like every day, but it was just like sedentary lifestyle, eating, you know. But that's essentially what I did to lose weight. And you should also try to plan to line your diet as well as your workouts with whatever type of body physique that you want. Like at that time, I just wanted to be thin. Once I got a little bit older, I was still toned, but I wanted to like get more definition and defined. So I started weightlifting like 4 to 5 times a week. I was sprinting. I was still doing cardio though at the time, along with my weightlifting, because I just wanted to have more lines, be more lean. And finally, I will say, as far as setting up like your diet and your exercise plan, make sure it's something you're gonna do, and make sure that it's something that you're gonna do consistently. And also try to keep in mind, like, whatever you do to like lose or gain weight, or however, whatever you're trying to achieve, it needs to be something that you will consistently do, because that's what it's going to take to maintain your results. The reason I have been able to stay well below what I was 15 years ago is because although my exercise and diet have changed along the way, it was smart enough to know, like, okay, if I change this, is this something that I'm going to keep up? Or is this something that I'm just doing right now just to get these quick results, and then after that I'm just gonna go back to trash? Easy as that. And if you do end up starting a plan and you see like, oh, this isn't fit, this doesn't really work for me, that's okay. It's gonna be like a little trial and error too. I remember when keto came out, and I was like, oh, I could stand to lose a little couple pounds and this and that. Y'all, I tried keto 3 times. I got keto flu every time, like sick. Like my body did not like keto. And that's okay. I had to really get on myself after those 3 attempts, because I knew I wasn't gonna keep up keto. I knew that's not a lifestyle that I wanted to lead. And you can have like healthy keto habits. Like some people eat very healthily but just still within the keto macros, but I just knew I didn't want to lead that type of life. So that was crazy for me to even go down that path. Okay, so we got our plan and we doing it, but we need to make sure we also have like community and resources at hand for the downtime. Like I was saying earlier, if you like started a plan and you just realize either this doesn't work for you, or it's just something that you just don't want to continue, or you're trying to love it and you just cannot, it's just not working for you, you need to have that person that you can call. They might have already started a journey or had results that you want to achieve, or maybe they're just like a support person that's always like there for you and just always know how to get you out of the dumps, etc. It's really good to know who you can vent to during those times. Also, get you a journal. If you're one that doesn't necessarily like to talk about your experiences or etc., or maybe you don't have that type of person in your life right now that you can express weight to, because I know, I get it, you know, a lot of couples, like they meet and they're both sedentary and then one decides to change. Now the other one is like every time you venting about something and they're like well, I got cheeseburger for you. That's not your friend at that time. That's your friend, that's your life friend, that's who you said I do and went to the altar to, but that might not be the person that you need to vent to in that moment. You have to realize that before you started this journey, you were someone else. And once you start and you are on the route, you're going to start becoming like a totally different person. The people that you met before you started this journey, and that's with any journey though, before you started this, they're still there. They might not want to go with you where you're going. And that's just the tough facts. And I'm not saying to get a divorce or unfriend people, break up or any of that, because in the end, we do want people to make better choices and to start on that path. But everybody's not gonna get it, and that's okay. But you definitely need to be able to identify those people that even though they aren't even on that path with you, that they're supportive of you. So you need to know who to go to. If you don't have that right now, get a journal, stay prayed up. Also, you can look at different YouTubers. Like, I'm going to start posting more content just about where I am right now, because I'm once again at another chapter of my fitness journey where my goals have changed, as well as like my regimen, I guess you could say. So I'm definitely going to start posting content on that. But you have like other YouTubers out there, people on IG, fitness instructors and whatnot that are also on IG, just giving out free wealth and free nuggets for you. Like, you can look at them for like inspiration, motivation, and it'll kind of sometimes help you too to just keep pushing. Which leads me to my next step. Be sure that you create an environment that is conducive to your goals. You want to lose weight, but you're still buying Grand Cinnamon Rolls. They're right there in your fridge. You're still eating out every day. And you haven't even done research to see like this restaurant, like the Wendy's or the McDonald's or wherever. Like, you haven't even done the research to say, instead of me eating this, you know, Whopper meal, I'm going to eat the salad. You're not meal prepping. You're not even trying to meal prep. Like, you have to set the environment and start being that person that you want to be. And that's another reason why you have to envision yourself at your destination. The results that you want is in that person. The results that you want is going to require you to be a different person. So you can't do the same things that you've been doing. Maybe buy more fruits, have more vegetables just in sight to where you can see them and be like, oh, okay. And don't buy broccoli if you don't like broccoli. If you know you like green beans, buy green beans. Learn how to saute these green beans. You like carrots or peas or whatnot, even though they're like not the best vegetables that they say you can eat. Like, try to start incorporating things that you actually do like and other things that you know are healthy for you that you might not necessarily like, or that you haven't even tried. Buy you some new workout clothes and some shoes. You're gonna start Pilates, like get you some cute little pieces. Like, get excited, have things that are in view. Really be that person that you know you're gonna have to become to get your results. You might have to say no to your friends. If your friends like, hey, let's go meet up at White Castle. No, I think I'm gonna stay home. Or even suggest another restaurant that might have like healthier choices. Start inviting your friends to different workout events or different things, like, hey, I'm about to go walk, or I'm going to Pilates, you don't want to like come with me one time, I got like a free pass. Try to create those environments, even like with your friends and your families, especially if you do have noticed that you're having to say no like quite often to a lot of the things just because it's not lining up with your goals. Start creating those moments to where you guys can be healthier. Hey, let's go eat at Kava today. I heard they got like some really good salad. Let's go try True Kitchen. Let's go try, even Chipotle is healthier than some of these places, child. I'm not even gonna lie. Let's go out dancing tonight. Let's go roller skating. At least that's you rolling around doing like some form of activity. Like, make it fun, but still make it something that you guys can do. Like even bowling, at least you rolling the ball is way better than just, you know, sitting down eating somewhere. And don't be afraid to invest in your vision of where you see yourself. If this is going to become your lifestyle, you need certain things like buying your gym clothes and your tennis shoes, or even your own weight set. Like, this is about to be something that you do every day, or at least so many set times a week. Buying the mat, buying the Pilates gear, like whatever it takes to get you where you're going. Don't look at it as like a burden, but like an investment. Like, this is your life, this is your health we're talking about. And finally, I almost left this one out, guys, but I'm glad I thought about it. Be sure to take some physique pictures. I know I wish I would have taken like physique pictures of myself. I take them more now in the past recent years, and it's just like either like maybe a sports bra and some shorts, or even like down to my underwear. But it really helps you to just see how your physique is shaping up versus a scale, a measurement on the scale. Or even if you just, I still have like old measurements from back then. That is one thing I used to do, take that tape measure and like do like different measurements. And it's interesting to see how my measurements have changed even from back then, 15 years ago, in which I don't even think I did an initial I didn't do an initial measurement. Yeah, I didn't do an initial measurement. I wish I would have. All I had was my weight, but at that point I was just so disgusted with my physique and my weight. I didn't want to know the truth. But it's okay, go ahead at your start, because once you get to your destination and you can look back and you be like, wow, I lost that many inches. And you can look at those physique pictures like versus just pictures of you in clothes and stuff and be like, wow. And even if you're uncomfortable, you don't necessarily have to take those pictures, but just make sure that you have at least 1 or 2 pictures that you can look at from back then, so that when you look at pictures now, maybe you say you gain a couple pounds, or you feel like you go up a size, maybe you still have that picture that says, okay, let me just repivot, I've done this before, I can do this again. And like I was saying earlier with your journal, keep a journal. Or buy you a journal that's specifically for your weight loss goals or your weight gain goals, or wherever you are on this health journey. I know someone that like literally takes their blood pressure. They used to be hypertensive, and they keep just a journal once a week, every Wednesday. They take their blood pressure just to like monitor where their blood pressure is, but also like just to see how far they've come, to be able to track like, oh, okay, well, my blood pressure was high here, but it was high here because I had this going on with my family, or I had this going on at work, etc. And it just also kind of helps them after they identify those stressors to tackle them. The same thing can be for you, so that you can apply that in your journey, just to track and be able to see like what you can do better, what you can improve in. And if you have like a down week or some whack results one week, you can kind of go back and say, well, this happened this week, or I ate this, or I switched up my routine here. And that way you can at least be able to pinpoint like where you come short, why, the reasons why you might have become short, and go for it that way. And that's it, y'all. That's like literally all the steps I took, as well as some little nuggets here and there of things that I wish I would have done, or I wish I would have known back then, that would have made my initial steps a little bit better. Like I said earlier, I do plan on taking you guys with me during this next phase of my journey, where I'm having to switch things up. I'll go in a little bit more detail in the next video, of course, but I'm like in a season right now where some things just gotta change. I just have to make some changes. But I'm so proud of myself, and that is another thing that I have learned during my journey, is to just be grateful, embrace where I am, and embrace the fact like I'm not all the way back there, you know, and I look good, I'm toned, and I'm eating healthily, you know. I can see how far I've come and just be grateful for that. So you guys, let me know down in the comments, like, are you already on your health and wellness fitness journey? Are you starting? Have you already like initially started and just need a little bit more help? I would love to hear your feedback, maybe get like some new ideas on what else I could do to help you guys. Also, if you did like this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys, because I definitely am passionate about health and wellness, and I really want to get content out there that would help you guys just be the healthiest version of yourself, not only physically but also emotionally, spiritually, and socially. So that's it. I'll see you guys really soon. Bye.